Garrett O'Rourke with Judmont's going to talk to us about Jonquil in the Coolmore Turf Mile and his last race. What impressed you most about what he did in the Group 2 win?
Well, he really toughed it out. And, you're talking about a time of year as well in England when the ground is similar to what he'll face over here. And it looks like going to be good firm ground at the weekend. Produced a turn of foot. You got to have a turn of foot with the short stretches over here. And like I said, did it on ground that he'll encounter over here. So, and it was a high quality race as well, so now some of the other Europeans that are coming as well have more proven grade 1 form, group 1 form from over there, so a little bit more improvement is important, but we'll see when all of the draws come out. Sometimes at a big field a little bit of luck can get you by a length or two as well.
It certainly seems like, from looking at his race record, all the close finishes, he seems to get his nose or head down first. He has a knack for winning the close ones.
Yeah, and that's an important component as well with a short stretch. There's the horses that take a while to get into their stride and the horses that need to be coaxed. And then there's the horses that know where the finish line is and they're running for it. And I think he's one of those horses, at least, that when the jockey starts asking him, he's very responsive, and he'll need to be. But it's always tough, and especially tough in a 3-year-old coming over first time out, and first time out in the US, and they hit the bend and they get confused, and there's the lead changes, and I think more seasoned horses are probably a little bit better built for being able to handle that kind of adversity. So that's the unknown, and obviously if it doesn't work out, nothing ventured, nothing gained, but he does seem to have a lot of the characteristics that you need to come over and run the American tracks.
How has he evolved from last year to this year?
Very highly regarded last year and then got beaten, but I think the feeling throughout the winter was that he was always a very good horse, and kind of became he wasn't a forgotten about horse, but he was one of those horses that I think over there, because they all take the winter off, that you have to wait until March, April until you find out, well, was he just a touted horse or was he that good? And I think he's proven that, that he is that good.
What qualities impressed you guys most about him as a horse?
Well, again, I haven't been around the horse, so I can't speak to much more than what I've seen and what Barry Mahon, our racing manager in Europe, has told me about him. But when we discuss what types of horses are suitable for over here, there are horses that are ideally suited to European racing. Big long stretches, maybe more cut in the ground, and they'll actually kill you going a route of ground as well, as we see sometimes from the Godolphin horses coming over. And then there are the horses that are a little bit smaller, tidier, easier to maneuver around a bend. And Barry says he's not a very big horse. He is tractable and type of horse that we feel like should suit American tracks, but there's only one way to find out for sure, and that's to run them. So we'll find that out on Saturday.
Breeders' Cup Mile, if things go well?
If things go well, and obviously they have to go well. I think Breeders' Cup Mile is usually the most oversubscribed race at Breeders' Cup. And there will be a huge number of horses from overseas trying to come for that as well. So I think would be imperative that he would qualify basically by running top 3 anyway this weekend.